Do you think that if you were falling in space, that you would slow down after a while or go faster and faster? Faster and faster. For a long time you wouldn't feel anything. Then you burst into fire. Forever. And the angels will help you. 'Cause they've all gone away.
I seen this kid walking down the street. I was like, wait.
Brazilian educator and theorist of critical pedagogy, Paulo Freire stated in his seminal book, The Pedagogy of the Oppressed, that supremacy is the measure of all things, and power the primary goal. For the oppressors, what is worthwhile is to have more, always more, even at the cost of the oppressed having less or having nothing. For them, to be is to have. For them, having more is an inalienable right. This is all too true within the context the United States and the world finds itself in today. My name is Richard Cummings, reporting for InfoWars, and I am here to give a voice to the voiceless. In an effort to expose the infiltration of the collegiate educational environment in the Chicagoland area, this report will focus on Homeland Security's newest encampment located at the College of DuPage in Glen Ellen, Illinois. Glen Ellen is an affluent city of 27,000 people located 25 miles outside of Chicago and is home to the College of DuPage. The population of the large community college itself exceeds the number of residents in the city with an average enrollment of over 31,000 students a year. Established in 1967, the College of DuPage has undergone a number of vast expansions in recent years, which has allowed it to become the largest community college in Illinois, the second largest college in Illinois, and the third biggest single-campus community college in the United States. Some of its most notable alumni have included actors John and Jim Belushi, writer-actor Bob Odenkirk, and yours truly. Beyond that, however, it is the college's newest expansion that raises a red flag with the critical eye. March 2010 saw the college break ground on the Homeland Security Education Center. The first of three phases of this project, it is a $25 million, 61,000 square foot building that was funded by the DuPage District 502 bond referendum of 2002. The most notable aspects of this building are both the World Trade Center Memorial containing a distorted beam obtained from Ground Zero and an area that is described as the first non-military, reconfigurable, 4D immersive tactical village facility to simulate urban response, force-on-force situations in both interior and exterior environments. However, this is only one-third what the college refers to as their master plan. The future phases of this project are to include a multi-jurisdictional agency training program, commercial simulation area, agency training program, tactical training surface, an above and below ground rifle range with an agency training program, a driving course with an agency training program, law enforcement firearms area, a training boulevard, underground parking structure, a fire rescue and agency training program, an outdoor training area, an emergency aquatic exercise facility, and finally a burn tower, which then turns this facility into a sprawling 24-acre, $225 million Homeland Security boot camp that takes up 11.5% of the entire campus. I had the opportunity to go and visit this eerie facility and inspect its area of operations, and all I can say is that this is not the community college I remember attending so many years ago. Unfortunately, I visited the HSEC on a Saturday, which did not bode well for finding interviews with students or faculty members, but as there was a building-wide money management seminar going on, I had unfettered access to every section of the building. To say the least, roaming through the 4D Tactical Village was odd, as it looked like small-town America. I had to wonder why Homeland Security needed to train in this very non-military combat environment. Furthermore, moving on through the facility to what they call the mat room, it was also very unsettling. It consisted of nothing except a padded floor and what appeared to be a simulated bar or pub environment where trainees enacted putting out a drunken insurrection. The last two areas I visited were the World Trade Center Memorial and the mock courtroom. There's not too much to say about the memorial except that they continue to proliferate the lies impressed upon the American public regarding that situation. However, visiting the mock courtroom had this intangibly creepy quality to it that is simply hard to describe. It just felt wrong. All I wanted to do before I left the facility is to find someone to talk to about the building and gain some insight. Luckily for me, I found one individual who had just returned from lunch, and I was able to ask a few questions of her, to which she had very few answers. The quote-unquote interview is as follows.
That's a good question. Do you work here? I don't know.
Yes.
Oh, is there a list of classes and stuff like that?
Believe it or not, no.
Really? Any information pamphlets or anything?
Because have you looked out there on the street scene yet?
Yeah, I just went out there. It's really cool.
So I've got so much. We house Leah upstairs.
Yeah.
I have so much real things going on.
Sure.
That I've noticed that they're just not enough.
Gotcha.
I had an English class in there the other day, and there was
an English class.
Well, and it was English as a second language.
Oh,
and
I
so
see.
they were level zeros. And so they don't speak English.
Yeah.
In there, people don't realize that lab is set up. That fire hydrant's real.
Really?
Smoke was pouring out.
Oh, wow.
A baby flew out of the window.
The question then arises, why is Homeland Security putting its bootprint onto a community college in a small Midwestern town? The unsettling answer can be found in the College of DuPage's informational pamphlet on the HSEC. The rationale behind the placement and the building itself reads as follows. It is, quote, the Midwest's only multi-jurisdictional training environment near a major scientific and transportational hub that includes the Argonne National Laboratory, Fermilab National Accelerator Laboratory, O'Hare International Airport, as well as Midway and DuPage Airport. And its centralized location is within a half-day's drive of every Midwestern city and 1 day's drive of most major U.S. cities. Furthermore, and what is increasingly disconcerting to the awakened individual, is that in actuality, this facility is to be used as an operations center for the Midwest in the event of emergency by DuPage County Emergency Management and County Homeland Security, as well as federal agencies including the FBI and ATF. So what conclusions can we draw from what we have seen here? According to the 2002 Homeland Security Act, Title VI, United States Code 188, Section 188, the Secretary, acting through the Undersecretary for Science and Technology, shall designate a university-based center or several university-based centers for Homeland Security. The purpose of the center or these centers shall be to establish a coordinated university-based system to enhance the nation's Homeland Security. As a college graduate and former educator, I was always taught that the university was a place for learning, not something to enhance the security of the homeland. If my opinion is to be heard, I would pretend that this is vaguely masked indoctrination by the government. It is the well-worn predator wooing its prey into a false sense of security. It is the antelope drinking from the river basin with the alligator staring at it 1 inch below the water. And that leaves us here. What do we as Americans do? As an individual robbed of illusion and awakened to the realities I see before me, I assert that we must maintain a critical consciousness to the events that occur around us. We must eternally examine the culture, politics, and society that permeates our world and make a well-informed decision for ourselves. In the end, what I say doesn't matter. It is what you do in light of the information that you receive, and how you react, and how you respond to it. It is when the majorities are denied their right to participate in history that they, as subjects, become dominated and alienated.